Hello, I'm Harish and I work as the platform's lead at AngelAct. And we have partnered with DataStax to run a very interesting hackathon from September 3rd to 5th called Build a Modern Data App using AstraDB. AstraDB is their product, which is a Apache Cassandra database as a service, which offers you highly scalable and highly available Cassandra based databases. So the basic idea of this hackathon is for you to use AstraDB as part of the application that you want to build to solve any challenge in your local communities. And that's it. There is no specific theme. Just build an app, use AstraDB, and go through the website. The link for this will be in the description below. There are quite a few prizes to get hold of, and also very innovative ways to win some swag too from this one, where we will ship the swag to your place. This is a virtual hackathon happening from September 3rd to 5th, and we are running a bunch of workshops through the whole month of August every Saturday at 7 p.m. IST, where you can join and learn Cassandra, AstraDB, and how to build things around AstraDB using AstraDB as the core of the application. And AstraDB has a very interesting uh, repo that I found, right? This was built by Ania Kubo, who has done a brilliant YouTube video which spans about 2 hours, where you can create a Netflix clone all by yourself using React.js and AstraDB as the database, right? So what I'm going to do is, their repo says that in under 10 minutes you can clone this repo and start your own Netflix clone. Neither AngelAct nor a DataStax supports any form of illegal downloading of videos or movies or piracy. So this is only an education video where you can create something similar to Netflix, but use your own videos and your own libraries as part of this if you build it. And for the hackathon, don't just submit this app as your product, right? This is for you to know the potential of what you can build using AstraDB and how easy it is to access AstraDB, right? So let's quickly get started. They say that it will take about 10 minutes to be able to launch a clone. I'm going to just use the same repo and the instructions here given as is, and let's see if we are able to achieve this, right? I'm very new to NoSQL, but I know the concepts of NoSQL. I'm an RDBMS guy, so this is for somebody who's not familiar with AstraDB or Cassandra at all. I'm just trying this out with you right now. So I'm going to start with the first step. These are the prerequisites. Since I've already read this, I recommend you to go through this once. So obviously install Netlify. They use Netlify. Let me just change my directory really quick. That should install Netlify for us. I'm just using the Node.js environment that I have set up on my Windows PC. While we are installing Netlify based on the instructions here, let me just quickly tell you that some of the things that you need to be able to run this demo are an account on AstraDB platform. I will give you the link to it in the description below. You can go ahead and sign up, or you can visit the hackathon website and just click on AstraDB or just sign up here, right? Once you do that, since I already have an account, yeah, so I'll quickly log in. And the other thing that you also need is an account on Netlify. Netlify is a brilliant app that helps you go to production very quickly, especially if you're building something on JavaScript. And having an AstraDB account is also mandatory. And that's it. I don't think there is anything else needed. Once you log in into AstraDB, you should see a dashboard like this. What I'm going to do now is, while my Netlify is getting installed, I'm going to go ahead and create a DB. Now, how am I doing this? This is the second step, guys. Basically, this is the second step. I'm just going to copy the database name. I'm just going to do it as is. You can go ahead and change these when you are actually trying to deploy this. So click on create database and then quickly paste this as the database name, and the key space name is Netflix. And I'll quickly select AWS and one region from North America and create database. Right, so while this is getting created, as you can see, it is saying pending. While this is getting created, let's go check the status of this. So this is done. looks like it's done. So once Netlify is done, I'm going to quickly create a new directory here. And I'm going to go into it, and what I'm going to do now is just go back to this tutorial that I'm on and just clone this repo into my local machine, right? And let it sit there, and let's go back to what is happening here, right? We are in the step 2, right? We are creating the database here. It is still getting created, it is still pending. We'll just wait for this to get done. Great, so it is done now. It says it is active. So what we are going to do is just click on the database name, and you should see something like this, right? So we are going to go back to the tutorial, and this step is done now. Now the next step is to create security token, which enables you to be able to access the database, right? As it is not publicly available by default. So it says create a token for your app, and as per the animation or the video demo here, it says we have to go into our organization. So let's just quickly do that. I'm just going to click here, go to organization settings, token management, and then select role. I think this should be database administrator based on, yeah, it is database administrator. So I just select that and generate token, and you should get the token. So what I'll do is now I'll just keep this aside. Let's see what is the next step. Now it says create a table genre with GraphQL, right? So now what we are going to do is see how we can access our database using AstroDB that we just created, right? So if you go back to your database, just click on the name of the database, right? Once you click on the name, you should be able to see connect tab. Just click on connect, and here you will see different ways to connect, right? Whatever programming language you know, you can use it to build your app that you want to build, right? So I'm going to go, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to go here and click on the playground URL so that it opens up the GraphQL playground. This is where you can type out things and create things, create your database tables, as in the schema of your database, and then also add entries into the table that you create, right? So let's go back to the tutorial. It says go to the connect tab, click on API, GraphQL API, and we've done that. This is loaded. Now it says populate HTTP header variable so and so with the token that we've just created, right? So I'm just going to copy this token, go back to the playground, click on HTTP headers at the bottom of the screen. It says populate me, I'm going to populate it, and that's it. Now what is the next step? Next step is in the GraphQL playground, do this, right? And if you're building something else, you can just replace the key space name. So I'm going to just add it and run. That's it. This means that this is successful. Now table created. Now, so the next step is basically to insert data into the table that we just created. So let's just follow the instructions and not do anything beyond that. So it says change system to Netflix. Yeah, so let's just change this to Netflix, and now paste what you've copied. Let's just copy what they've provided. Make sure you have the Cassandra token as I mentioned before here. Paste it here and go, and that should show you this. That means the data is basically inserted into the table. Now let's go to the next step, which is retrieving the list of values. Here make sure you don't change the tab and just run this query to see if you are able to retrieve the values that you've just inserted. That's it. So if you see this response here on the right, that means that your insert has worked. Now, yeah, make sure you check the screenshots here if you run into any errors. Now let's just create a new table called movies table. Now I'm just copying this, heading back to the playground, going to schema, pasting this here, run, and done. Now let's go back. That's it. Now insert values into this. So I'm just going to copy all of these values, and now we have to go to the GraphQL tab as it is clearly mentioned. Now I'm going to go here, paste, run, done. We've inserted movies also now. With that, I think the last query that we need to run is fetch the movies that we've just inserted, right? So we remain in the same tab. We remain in the GraphQL tab only. I'm just going to paste it and run, and yes, it returns all the movies that we've just inserted, right? And with that, we come to the last part of this, right? this is the part where we actually deploy and see, right? So create a .env file. Now, if you remember, we were doing this, we just cloned the repo. So I'm just going to go into the repo and then do code dot. Let's wait for Visual Studio Code to open up. Once that opens up, we're going to head back into this, go back here, just make sure we copy this first, and then go to our Visual Studio Code. Yes, there is a env.sample. I'm just going to quickly rename this instead of creating one. That's it. And now I'm going to place our token here first, save it, go back here, then go here, or alternatively you can come here and just copy this. This is the endpoint, GraphQL endpoint, because we are going to access basically the app that we cloned is written in React and it is accessing the data from AstroDB using GraphQL. So we need the endpoint of GraphQL. I'm going to go back to my Visual Code and paste the endpoint here. That's it. Now I'm going to open the terminal here. The next steps for here would be npm install to install all the dependencies that are being used in the project. Let's see. So I'm going to do npm install. Great. So that will definitely take about a couple of minutes. And once that is done, let's go back to our steps. I'm just diligently following the steps. The next step is to run Netlify dev. What this will do is basically run a dev environment on your PC. So let's see what happens. And after this, what we are going to do is try and deploy this on Netlify and see it actually working on a URL. Okay, server is now ready. It will load up. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Genres have loaded. That's it. So that's how easy it is to deploy our Netflix clone using AstroDB. And in this case, we are using React as the front end. You can use any programming language that you know. No restrictions on that. So let's quickly go back. And that obviously brings this tutorial to an end. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to deploy this to Netlify if you don't know already. To deploy to Netlify, let's just use Netlify deploy and see what happens. If you don't have an account, what will happen is it will ask you to log in or create an account to authorize where to upload this app, right? Let's just see. Okay, it is asking us to link to an existing directory or create a new site. Let's just create a new site. Okay, that's my team. Okay, site name optional. Let's just use AstroDB AngelHack demo. Okay, so perfect. So now it says it is asking us to run build. So what we'll do is Netlify build. Once the build is complete, we'll just do Netlify deploy one more time, and we should be done. Basically, we'll get a temporary URL where we can test if everything is working fine and then move it to production. That's it. There you go. So you can check the logs of this app here in this URL. If you're unable to see this, let me just zoom in. Yeah, the logs can be checked on this specific URL, and website draft URL is here. And if you want to move to production, you can just add the prod flag. That's it. That's how simple it is to deploy a Netflix clone using AstroDB and React.js. We've just focused on how easy it is to follow the instructions and replicate what is given, right? Let me just zoom this out, head back to our repo here, right? So that's how easy it is. And why don't you guys give it a shot and see if you're able to do the same. If you have any questions about this, make sure you sign up for this hackathon and join our Slack channel and ask the DataStax experts. They'll help you with whatever ideas you have. And make sure you participate in this hackathon. Sign up now and create an account on AstroDB as soon as possible and give it a shot, because you don't have to learn a new language to participate in this hackathon. All you have to do is be able to understand and launch an instance on AstroDB and use it as part of your app with whatever programming languages you already know. That's it. Signing off for this video and see you at the hackathon.